Kevin, how are you?
Pretty well, pretty well. Much better than the previous night I spent in a very bad bed and breakfast.
Tell us then, Kevin, what happened?
Well, it's still hard for me to believe it. Still hard for me to believe that I broke a boat inside a wave. I brought a boat at 90 degrees inside the wave. I should have taken a picture for people to believe me that just after the wave, the bow was pointing 90 degrees of the stern of the boat, and all water was coming from forward, obviously. And the water level inside grew up very fast, and I had a very short time to be able to decide what I have to do. After again, I've been thinking to that in the life raft. I've been thinking to that a bit now, but it's down. Should have been trying to stay a bit longer on the boat. Maybe it would have been better for people to find me. But what I'm pretty sure that I would have been able to stay the night on the boat because the water that was already going above the deck, it was too dangerous, and I was better in the life raft.
So you had your personal locator beacon with you.
I've got this routine from crew racing, when I always have a personal one in the pocket of my wet weather gear trouser. And since I had very few time, I put the TPS, the survival suit in English. I put the survival suit above my wet weather gear trouser. So I found it back inside the life raft, and I had also the EPIRB that I wanted to take with me and to put on the stanchion of the back on the boat. And that is at this moment that I've been washed off by a wave, trying to put everything on the deck on the boat instead of being inside the water, in the water inside.
So you got into the life raft?
Yes, because we had that on Banque Populaire. If you keep an EPIRB inside, sometimes with the carbon around, it's not working. We had this issue with Banque Populaire on the last Route du Rhum. So I wanted to put the EPIRB outside of the boat for it to be able to work well. And I took as well the life raft that was under the water, because the water was above the cockpit floor level, and it was going up and up. And I wanted to be able to use it quickly if necessary. I wanted to put it to be able to have the life raft and the EPIRB outside. And at this moment, I've been washed off, and so I hadn't the decision anymore. So it was inside the life raft.
And what happened after that then? You had to just wait for Jean Le Cam to arrive.
Yes, exactly. I was looking outside very often through. There is a zip in the life raft. I was looking very often outside, and I was very happy to see Jean. And after that, when Jean turned around me, we've seen that it was impossible to go from the life raft to the boat at this moment, because weather conditions were too bad. The sea state was pretty bad, with something like 5.5 meters, but a lot of angle on the waves, and 32 knots of wind. And so we are. I don't know if we decided that, because we have been able only to say 2 or 3 words. But for me, in my head, the idea was to stay in the life raft for the weather to be better, for the waves to be smaller and the wind to decrease, and to do the move between life raft and boat the day after. So for me, in my head, I was going to spend all the night in the life raft, and it was okay for me. For me, it was safer to spend the night in the life raft and to switch from one boat to the other with less wind and less waves. So for the night, I spent the night quite well. I say it was not comfortable at all, but in the head, I was not going to. For me, it was sure that the day after, I will have someone coming with less wind and less waves, and to be able to to get from with the life raft to other boat.
So just describe the moments when Jean came and picked you up then.
I had a bit of trouble to sleep for the night. So I've been eating a bit and and drinking the water we've got in there. And close to the morning, I heard a sail. At the beginning, I thought it was still waves just coming on the life raft, and I heard a sail flapping. So I get out. I had my head out of the life raft, and I've seen, and it was not dark anymore due to the moon. Even if the sun was not there, we were able to see very well. And I've seen Jean just above me at, I don't know, but 100 meters, 200 meters. And I asked him, now we do it now, and he said yes, yes, yes. And he told me that I will come against you. And he wanted to have my life raft. He wanted to have his boat coming like that, drafting on the life raft. But he was a bit too fast, and it was 5 meters. I don't know exactly. It's always hard to say in meters. But he threw me a line with the buoy at the extremity. I catched it, and then we both of us pull on each side to be able to get the life raft as close as possible to the stern of Jean Le Cam IMOCA. And as soon as I was close enough, I jumped and catch the back of the boat.
And what was the first thing Jean said to you?
Oh, you're on board, you're on board. He was very happy. Oh, you're on board, Kevin. I told him, oh, yes, I'm on. I'm sorry to disturb your race, Jean. But we had a big hug together. And he told me, no, it's not a big deal, Kevin. Last time it was me disturbing the race of PRB.
Exactly. It's an incredible story, and it's so good to see you safe. There are so many people around the world that have been concerned about you through the night. It's not just a French race. You have so many friends around the world, Kevin, that everybody is so happy to see you. And how do you feel now then?
It was a tough night, obviously. But I've been quite impressed of how stable a life raft is, because the sea state and was very bad. But I still have in my head the picture of my boat with the nose pointing up. It's just like it's a bad dream to get out of a wave with your boat broken in two and all the water getting all your stuff everywhere. It's still hard for me to believe it.
It is indeed. Kevin, thank you so much for joining us at this difficult time. I give our regards to Jean Le Cam. We know that he's an incredible seaman, but we also know that he's got some good red wine on board.
I have to check for that, because it did not give me anything, and I think he wanted to save that for the end of his trip. So I think I will take a sponge to bail a bit everywhere as an excuse to look where he's hiding his stuff.
Cool. Thank you so much, Kevin. So Jacques Carrius, amazing to see.
And still, I want to thank Jacques again. I've seen you this morning, and I was a bit tired, but thanks again for the great work you've done, and thanks again also to my sponsor, because I've seen the smile of Jean-Jacques Laurent. He has plenty of reason not to be happy. He lost a boat. We are done with the race, but I'm very happy to have this kind of partner and to be racing with them, and very happy to race with people as good as Jean Le Cam or as good as Jacques Carrius, that have been a great sailor as well. And I know I think it's very important to have people at this place that have been great sailor and had this kind of issue and trouble on sea, to be able to understand us and how it works.
Thank you, Kevin.